Tonight's episode is sponsored by our good friends at Vape and Ape, where they want to evolve the way you experience cannabis.
With state-of-the-art hardware and 100% cannabis-derived formulations, these high terpene extract disposables will get you where you need to go.
And make sure you check out this summer's limited edition strain, Tropicana Cookies and Gelato Dream.
And also for you rosin lovers, Vape and Ape does a limited drop of hash rosin disposables each month.
And right now, they are running a collab with Peachy's Purple Milk.
So find yourself a retailer at www.vapenape.com/store-locator.
And check out their Instagram page at vapin__ape.
The funniest thing is people always ask me to like pick up the coins with my body. Now I'm like 5'6" and 100, or not the coins, the bills. Like, you know, when they put a bill down on your face or like whatever.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like if your girl picks up with her, like can squish it together and pick it up, or pick it up with her butt. I worked out too much. I can't do that. My boobs don't touch.
Oh,
They're too perky. They don't touch.
Prove
Can't
it. Just kidding.
Don't tempt me.
There's a, well, you know, prove it.
I mean, I paid too much money to hide them. I love them. Everyone should know.
I have no
so
issue editing. I'm just saying.
We got the blur factor, so
they don't touch. Like, not like I can't. So like I may paid all that money and I can't even titty fuck.
Welcome, fellow lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
Anyway, how is it that you have 2 unemployed daughters and we can't get a fucking website built?
they're so busy.
The fuck? God damn it. Scheistas. Scheistas.
Yeah.
I don't know the word for head in German. Scheistahid.
Shyster head?
Shithead.
Oh,
Keep up.
shyster. I'm like, nothing goes with shyster. You're just a shyster.
You're a Scheistahid.
You're a shyster.
You're a Scheistahid.
I mean, you're a shyster or you're a shithead. You're not a shyster head.
That's why I was trying to make the German, and I just went with like a German.
You mixed it all. You fucking threw it all in a bowl and mixed it all up.
Anyway, what's a margarita burn?
Hold on.
Okay, Jesus Christ. We better be starting this time. I hit it.
I am Bucket Tavern's open.
Yep.
Let's go. Boy, welcome to it. Go.
Welcome back to another episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Hawk Tua.
You fucker.
Just get that shit out the way.
I wanted to bring it up to get you all riled up.
We are not talking about it. It's not a subject. Let's go. We are here to talk to the ghost.
You know, good for her. She's gonna make some cash. Good for her.
Not good. Yeah. Obvious. Yeah. Okay. Let's
Fuck it.
110% good for her. 90 million % bad for the rest of us idiots.
Yeah, who do it, but
It's one against the rest. I'm fine. Yeah, she's making the most brilliant business choice of her life. Fucking live off of this. The rest.
Do you know where she works?
McDonald's.
No.
Where?
She works at a mattress factory. Or a spring factory.
She doesn't anymore. She quit.
Right, but she was at the time.
A spring factory. Anyway.
Testing out the springs.
All right. Tell me what a margarita. I cannot talk about this anymore.
I didn't bring it up.
It irritates me. You people are idiots.
Yeah.
You people
Chew
are
on that thing.
fucking idiots if you buy a Hawk Tua hat. You are a fucking moron. But keep watching, please. You're our crowd, so we need Hawk Tua hats. We'll be the first
Dimples in the
podcast
Beard.
to get her on.
Sponsor Hot to a Girl.
You think she'll do the podcast?
Not right now. She's too hot. On the way down, she'll do it.
We'll be on the way up. Sorry, babe. You
I
missed
mean,
the boat.
to be fair, she's hot toing on the way down the hole.
Apparently, yeah.
So this is a thing.
Margarita.
Are you done? Are you done with Hawk to a Girl? You can't stop talking about her.
Never be done until
You're
she's
kind of
done.
love with her.
Until she's done, I'm not done. We're going to talk about her on every episode until her 5 minutes of fame are over. Okay, we're done.
She's got 15.
Oh.
Baby.
What the fuck is a margarita burn? We don't have much time.
Well, this is an actual thing. All right.
Oh, by the way, we're joined by Bree Vybes tonight, Miss Nude Canada 2024.
And subscribe, comment, check us out on Rumble. Go check that out. We got YouTube going on, but give us a whirl on Rumble. Go subscribe. It's a great app. Download it. Check us out there. Anytime we get censored on YouTube, we're not on Rumble. So give us a check there. Thank you.
But also watch on YouTube.
Oh,
Watch both.
yeah.
You got nothing to do.
So here's the thing. So if you get lime on your skin,
Got lime on your skin.
so lime juice on your skin,
Yes.
and then you go sunbathe,
Yes.
it will internally bleed, burn you internally. So this is why I know it happened, because it happened to my daughter. Her sister had lime juice. They were cutting limes, hugged Callista, and you could see finger and then pulled away, right? And she had her bathing suit on. They were outside. So then Callista went and laid out in the sun.
Okay.
A couple days later, she's like, what's going on? And it fucking blistered up, and it literally blistered up and hung out like a bubble out of her fucking side. And they're like, what is this? And had no idea what was going on.
Doctors didn't?
Poison ivy, check, all this bullshit. And then somewhere along the line, they said showed it to someone. They went, oh yeah, that's a tequila burn. I'm like, what? That's funny. They're like, no, it's a thing. That's why you're
tequila margarita.
Something to margarita burn. What'd I say? Tequila burn? It's margarita burn.
Tequila burn.
So if you get lime on your skin and you sunbathe, it something does it with your skin, and it doesn't burn or on the top. It goes beneath the lime and sunburns you underneath your skin and then blisters outward. She still has a scar, and you can see these little fingerprints, like you sometimes with suntan lotion. Yeah. She had a burn mark.
I'm not sure what I don't want to talk about that anymore. Let's go back to the Haktua girl.
You asked, motherfucker.
I didn't know this was something vile and disgusting.
Oh yeah.
I thought this was.
It's a thing. It's a warning. We're warning you, people. Be careful when you're making your margaritas outside and by the pool. You're cutting your lime juice. Wash your hands.
Are you 100% certain of this? Because we don't need to get.
Yeah, there was, and then there was either two other people that said the same thing, and she looked. We look it up. Tell me I'm a liar.
Tell him he's a liar.
Prove me out. Prove me wrong.
I thought it was a bit at first.
Nope, it's a thing. It could have been, but she called it Mickey because the blister looked like Mickey Mouse with the ears coming out of her side. Oh, there I am again, being the funniest guy in the world.
That's true. I'm the sweatiest guy in the world. I'm so sweaty.
I'm sweaty. I don't care how sweaty you get.
Yeah.
You just better not keep a pretty lady waiting.
So without further ado, I'm just going to say her name right now because the list of credentials is long. So we got Bree Vybes.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
I just would like to say if this is the start of our interview, the most chaotic beginning ever. I can't wait.
That sounds yeah. I exist in a bubble of chaos, so this sounds about right.
So before we get going, Bree Vybes, Miss Nude Canada 2024, everybody.
Hello.
Wow. What an honor.
Thank you. Oh, I'm still. Huh?
Nope. Go ahead.
I'm still shocked that I got the title while dressed as Kylo Ren and holding lightsabers. That's the part that gets me.
Okay, Star Wars right away.
Let's get right into it.
Let's go for it.
I'll let the nerds have the conversation. I'll be over here. Let me know when you need me.
So, Star Wars fan, because I'm cool.
Of course.
Not. So he's beyond the nerd. Is this now your is that your favorite, or was that just the coolest costume you thought you would be naked?
It's always been my favorite. Like
Okay.
my first ever booking that I went to, I just showed up somewhere I was just freelancing and just selling dances, and they're like, "Well, we've got a spot on the stage. Do you want to take a show?" And I happen to have two costumes with me: the Stormtrooper and Kylo Ren. And the Stormtrooper, I've got the mask with the voice changer.
Oh.
That's the Stormtrooper helmet technically, and then the Kylo Ren has like I used to have the actual Kylo lightsaber. And in the last, like right at the last minute, I lost the lightsaber and went and got these because they reminded me of like I had a dual-ended set that reminded me of Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So it was like that's why it's like the whole like story of the Sith now. So I've just kind of like brought all the characters into it because why not, you know?
So I have to say, if I was going to get a private dance from you, I think I would have gone with the Stormtrooper.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't. The Stormtrooper also does have the thigh-high boots, so there's that
Oh,
going for it.
Sold. 100% there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in now.
Yeah,
That's
so-
good enough.
But to me, I've known the Star Wars. I've known Stormtrooper since 1977. I saw the original Star Wars in the theater, so I'm an old motherfucker. And if I could see a sexy Stormtrooper, I'm in.
Well, I'm gonna have to bring that one out. I'm getting it redesigned right now, but I'm gonna have to start bringing that one out again because it's a whole thing. Even like the Kylo Ren started with like the whole Adam Driver is like a sex guy. Not
Yeah.
really. If you think he's sexy, watch what I can do. So it's kind of been a developing thing, right?
So let me ask you that. Truly, is Adam Driver sexy?
He has so much face. You know,
Okay.
if I met him don't get me wrong, if
Yeah.
I went to a comic book store or was at a con and I didn't know who he was and he walked up, I wouldn't not talk to him. But would I get his number? Probably not.
But if you went, hey, that's Adam Driver, then you might get
I
his
would
number.
show him all the things I could do with my lightsaber first, and then we go from there. Because
and then he'd show you what he could do with his lightsaber. So then from there,
Can I ask a question?
yeah,
sure, nerd, go ahead.
Who's Adam Driver? He sounds hot.
Oh,
No, I know who he is actually. He was in
Yeah.
Girls,
Good,
the
good.
show Girls.
he was in Girl. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
no girls.
Yeah,
So he
'cause I
actually
was
kind
trying
of
to
got
think about things.
he
Yeah.
actually kind of got the he's weird and creepy on girls to he's kind of sexy on girls to he's a sex symbol and so it was weird.
It was weird. So it was like watching him become a sex symbol was just like that. That's weird, but I'll accept it and kind of work with it. You know?
All right.
Yeah.
He grew up.
So where did your obsession with Star Wars begin? What was the first movie you saw?
Of course, I dressed up as Queen Amidala. And I was absolutely there. And being Jamaican, everybody had all the stuff that they wanted to say about Jar Jar, but I love Jar Jar because he sounded like he was speaking patois to me. So like that's and already by that point, I was already into the first set of movies because like my dad was into Star Trek and Star Wars. So he'd already had me watching the movie, but I didn't really have any true understanding until like I got to see like episode, what was it, 3? Episode one. Getting to
Episode
see
one,
episode one
yep.
was the theaters. Seeing Darth Maul and finding out that was an actor that had those skills anyway was just mind blowing. And then that's when I started to really delve into the franchise and start to read like the little fan fictions and start to
Okay.
go spend more time at the comic book stores. I was already a comic book girl anyway. Like I'm a Magic player and I do tabletop. I even did LARP back in the day. So like I was already like all of that stuff like just kind of flowed together for me.
So you're the hottest nerd ever.
I guess.
Well, if it's anything
Thanks.
like Big Bang Theory, do the boys just get silence when you walk around?
It's really quiet when I start talking about the things that I know, because then they're like, "Oh, you're not joking." I'm like, "No, I used to play like red, green, and like I had like squirrel decks and stuff." Like,
Okay.
yeah,
So
That one I really don't have any idea.
I don't either. That's okay.
see, this is where I get too nerdy.
I do know Magic the Gathering. I've heard of
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And,
Do you still play?
Yeah,
Okay.
I carry decks Because if the chance ever came up that someone wanted to do a buyout with me and have a duel, I am ready.
You got your skills sharpened and you're ready.
Huh.
All right.
I mean, it's worth as a dude, a single dude, you might as well carry him around and hope, right? Like,
You never know. You never know.
You
yeah.
can hope. Absolutely. So then we won't dwell on Star Wars too much, but
No.
I could talk about it all night. So now that you're at your age, you got to see the first big screen, episode 1, Phantom Menace. Are those what's your favorite 3? Like, were those it or the original 3, 4, 5, 6?
Honestly, I think episode 1, because it's the one that brought me into the franchise,
Sure.
because it's the one that I had that big wow moment, and the actual scale of the movie, because it was the first that brought in the non-practical effects, like, and I ended up going into like even graphic design and 3D animation myself. So like, yeah, that my first diploma was in 3D animation. So like, it was kind of from that kind of stuff. Like, I always loved looking at the back, like just VFX and stuff like that. So Star Wars was one of those big, like, huge
It was.
wow movies for me.
And the whole movie was, like you said, it was just the first movie of everything done on computer. Like everything was just done, and it was crazy. But
Yeah.
Okay, right? Do you
Yeah.
concur?
I'm not going to say that I'm not a fan of the original 3.
Sure.
I'm just not a giant.
Yeah.
And then I tried watching 1, 2, and 3, whatever they are. I don't know what order they're in.
Yeah.
But they didn't interest me at all. I fall asleep during them. So, but
yeah.
Can we get
So
off
you make
Star
me
Wars?
proud. You make me proud because you just mentioned your dad, and my eldest daughter, who's 24 now, is a bigger Star Wars nerd than I ever was, and it makes me proud. She's so into it, and she can spout off stuff, and it's great. And then we tried to coerce my other daughter into it, but she resisted because she just was a little rebel. But now she's into it, so it's cool that we can all watch
Takes time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine,
it's definitely
go
like,
ahead.
yeah, my dad had a lot to do with it. Huh? We'll talk. What else can we talk about?
I just want to make sure. Well, I'm sure we'll get back to Star Wars at some point. How does it? Can I ask a question? How does a Jamaican woman become Miss Nude Canada? Let's talk about something fun.
We were.
I guess she just tried. I guess 4 years ago, I just started dancing, and everyone kind of noticed, like, when I'm in the club, I'm always dancing. I'm up and moving. I'm kind of putting on a show. It's really hard for me to like sit still and not be going and doing more. So even when I was just getting started and just doing the private dances, like all the stage girls back in 2020 when I started, all the stage girls that would come through would always like see the energy and the passion. We'd sit and talk, and like, I'll never forget that first day that like I heard about Ella Hot Wheels, and then she came to my bar and we sat and talked, and she told me about the competition circuits and all the options there are, and the girls in the States, and just how creative and big the show can be. And I just saw stars in my eyes. So I just started working at it. It took about a year and a half before I did my first booking, but my first booking, of course, was Star Wars. And I just kept building up from there. Eventually I got like Mario. Eventually I got like other things, like, I have a Golden Girl show. I come out like a granny with a walker and I throw Werthers. Yeah.
Oh.
That was my first title. So I have 2 titles. When I did Miss Nude Northern, I did my Golden Girls routine. I come out to Thank You for Being a Friend, the trap remix.
Of course, there's no other way.
Of course. And I have my walker.
Were you wearing a muumuu?
No, I have a shawl and a really huge like church hat. And I came out with that, and that's the one and it's funny because now that I have that set, there is a Jamaican artist who helped bring back that set for me, because there's an artist called Spice that just did a song called 2085T, and it's just a Jamaican song where she comes out and she's talking like an old lady. She's acting like an old lady in her voice. So I get to bring that show back now. And as a Jamaican person, that's how I kind of got into it. We're funny. We're comical. We like to show off and dance and celebrate. Like, that's just what we do. Like, when we hang out, there's always music playing and we're dancing and laughing. We know all the lyrics. So being on stage to me is just an extension of that,
You Canadians definitely get naked in a more fun way than us Americans. I know that.
That's true.
This shit happens in America. There's no Golden Girl show. We don't have those kind of shows at American strip joints. I mean, at least
Really?
not in our area. No.
No.
What
We're
are they
more.
like?
It's more of a they come out in a bikini at most, and
Walk around.
They quickly get naked and shake tits for dollars. That's pretty much all it is anymore. There's
Well,
not a lot
don't
of
get me
dancing anymore.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I very much work with a lot of girls like that. Like that's still the standard. I'm
Sure.
just extra.
Well, and we got to give a shout out to Ella Hot Wheels because
Absolutely.
she does put on a marvelous show.
Well, let's see if I can get this right. There she is.
Ah, there she is.
Which gave us an introduction to you, which is amazing. And if you got your inspiration from her to put on a show, and obviously your energy, you had to do something with your energy, and it wasn't just run around, give me dollars. So,
Yeah.
how come the Golden Girls?
I work with a lot of seamstresses that like throw out ideas, and it's like
Okay.
almost like they throw out ideas because they see me use my costumes, and it's not like, oh, I just take it off and move on to the next piece. Like a lot of girls, you'll see them like go to the back of the stage and put their stuff on and then come forward. I'm more burlesque, where if I'm
Nice.
going to take a thing off, I'm going to, if I'm going to take my bra off, we're going to shake it. And then it's going to fly. I'm going to climb up a pole, flip upside down, and then throw it. When I finish, I am almost always using a broom to clean my stage because there is stuff everywhere. So like it just came.
And I hope most of that's money, because I've never seen, when we saw Ella Hot Wheels, I've never seen dollar bills on a stage like I have for Ella. Yeah,
well deserved.
Yeah.
right, and that's right, because it's more than just getting. She was putting on a legitimate show. You were watching a show. So
honestly, if you want one little crazy story, like I was just in the Cranbrook in Sammy last weekend, and I was doing the Kylo show on Saturday night, because on Saturday nights I always try and no matter how many shows I have, 4, 5, 7, 8, doesn't matter, I'll always do a big feature show every show that night. So when I did Kylo, I did it third, and by that time everyone was super hyped. That was the first time I've ever had 2 different people come up on stage, because here in Alberta nobody comes up on stage, nobody interacts with you. There's like literally a moat. So I had one person come up and steal a lightsaber off the stage, and I had a separate person like literally come up on stage, and when everyone's yelling at him to get down, he started chasing after me, so I like ran off. So
shit.
Wait, what? No, the bouncers didn't grab him?
not all small bars don't have bouncers.
Oh, fuck.
What's the name of that bar that I can get up without getting body slammed?
Oh, he did. I don't
Eventually.
have to do it, Eventually someone will take care of it. It's just not me. I might break a nail. That's crazy.
That's a good point. So over the years, you started with the Gold Girls, but that's fine. So at what point where do you get your inspiration to say, I want to now make a performance out of that?
I think for me, it's always been there. Like part of it is like to remember, like I'm an art school kid. Like I went to a private junior high. I had to audition to get into my high school. I did the theater program. I did the art program. I did like jazz choir, all of that before I switched over to graphic design. So like I have like this history in like doing choir and performance and theater. And then I just like switched over to graphic design and retail when I got to my early 20s, thinking like that's what grown-ups do. But coming to realize like I've spent my whole life building these skills. Why don't I just use them? So like, yeah, I already know how to craft a show. I already know how to tell a story through dance. I already know how to like take this song and read the arcs of it like a book and express that. So like, why not do it? And who cares if I'm naked at the end of it? It's same thing.
That's
Still
irrelevant.
theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what comes first, the song or what you're going to perform to the song?
The song.
Okay.
I'm very, very musical person. Like I had a dad and a stepdad. My dad was like an artist, and my stepdad was a musician. So like I always was around music and art as a kid, but like when it comes to music, I hear it in a certain way. And if a song speaks to me, like I literally sometimes have to pull over. Like there's certain songs I can't listen to when driving because the sound of it, and I can see what I'd like to do on stage so intensely that it's like I'm like blacking out. I'm kind of all over the road. And I'm dancing so much, I'm not paying attention. So when I hear the song, when I'm inspired, I'm on the phone, I'm calling, I'm ordering, I'm making props, I'm done. I need to put the show together. It needs to look like this, and it needs to be exactly that. So like, yeah.
Wait, is that really what happened last night? You were getting crazy in the car and you
Yes.
So I want to say No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Technically, yes, because it's me like playing my music super loud and dancing in the car. I can't even hear my engine thudding.
Yeah, I want to say we were supposed to do this last night, and you call or message because the car broke down, and this leads to the question of where does your positivity come from? Because I've never seen someone. You made the little short today of you running out to your little car and all dancing and
car.
you're obviously a very positive and able to take the shit as it comes and deal with it in a positive manner. So where does that come from?
If I can get dark for a minute, it's like when you've actually seen, it's hard to be afraid of the maybes and, like pick your battles, like, yeah, okay, my car broke down, but like, at least, nothing worse happened. Like, I'm bipolar. So of all the things that have happened in my life, a car breaking down is like the least of it. I've
Sure.
had so many crazier stories. So like, life goes on. I'm still good. I still got all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, still got money in the bank. I'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I wish more people had that attitude, because that would have been the worst thing in the world to them, that their car broke down.
Oh yeah.
And then you just compile on your brain what's going to happen worse. But so, if you're out there spreading that positive message, that's awesome. And at the end of the day, if you're naked doing it, so what?
Even better.
Exactly. It's like a whole experience. Everybody gets to go through like a whole journey. Get the vibe.
So how was the first time on stage? How nervous were you to be naked in front of the crowd?
The first time on stage, I really wasn't naked because I was a swinger before I became a dancer.
Yeah.
So like going to group parties was already like normal. So like if we're just like at the end of the party, and even if like I'm not like actively participating with a bunch of people, it's hot in there. So I'll just be sitting around naked and having chats with people. And like it wasn't weird for me to be in those situations. So when I started working in the club, it didn't feel like I had to learn how to be naked. If anything, the first time I did a private dance, it was just like, oh, you get to just tell me how cool I am the entire time that I'm doing this that I'm doing anyway. So the first time
then pay me when I'm done.
yeah. So like I remember like some of my first stage show, there was one show I did. At the end of the show, I remember sitting down to like interact with the customer, and I remember saying, these arm guards are so hot, and I take them off, realizing at this point that was the only thing I had on. And I'm like, I'm just dying that I have to take these off. And she's like, and the customer looked at me and said, as if that was the one thing that was preventing you from being hot right now, those little armbands. And that was when I realized I really just don't have issues with being naked. So
yeah, and how cool is that, and how just refreshing is that, and
freeing. How freeing is
obviously you have you take care of your body, obviously, so probably a little easier.
It kind of like all came like together because I'm very hyper. So if I go to the club and I'm bored and I'm not really doing anything, I'm going to go on the stage and I'm going to start practicing. I'll put my headphones in and start playing a song. But like, if I have time, I'll be like 2 hours later, I'm still on the stage. And I've been like that for the last 3 years. And that's how this happened. I never went to a gym at all. I'm going to a gym now because there are deficiencies when you do it this way. You're not even on both sides, blah, 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 all the downsides of it. But I just like to dance and move. Like it literally, I hear the music and I cannot stop. I've got to express it. So, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you couldn't be any other business. I mean, even like how do I say this? Like in a play or in a dance routine, seems like that would even segregate you too much, that you wouldn't want to stay to the routine. You want to do your routine.
Like, and that's it. Like, even when I have a routine, it's so loose because I still want to make sure that I'm incorporating, the feedback of the audience, and like,
Sure.
if I change venues, like the difference in venue styles, like I still want to incorporate all that stuff. So it's gosh, I feel like I'm just rambling on about the most boring stuff now.
No, not at all.
No,
not at all. It's your energy that's coming off, and explaining what you do with it is not boring at the least.
If anything, it feels like dancing saved my life, because I always knew I wanted to be creative. I always thought like going into graphic design would be a thing. Because like when growing up, like if I looked up at a store and I saw a sign, but the sign didn't like look nice, I always thought of ways that they could design it better, or with different ways that we could put together flyers. But then like going into graphic design, I thought would be great for me. But sitting in a desk all day ain't it. Ain't it? I tried so hard. Nope. So I feel like this is saving my life because it gives me structure. It gives me freedom. I can be with my family when because I have like, parents and that aging parents. I've got a couple kids at home and it gives me the freedom to be out there doing that and burning this energy so I
Yeah.
could come home and live a pretty quiet, normal life,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What is it quiet when you're at home? I mean, doesn't sound like you come home and you're gonna. So who's got when you come home and your kids are like playing the radio, do you continue to listen to what they're playing, or do you say, I'm home, I'm taking over?
No, they're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it's surprising. I don't need to take up space. I'll just like make up space. I entertain myself. So if I want to listen to something and you're listening to that, I'm probably gonna put my headphones in, disappear.
Okay.
So when I come home, it's usually everyone comes running. Oh my God, what have you been up to? Look at all the stuff I made. Blah blah blah. Can you help with this? Where have you like? Can we do this tomorrow? And it's like, yep, let's go. So, but I like being that person for them.
Oh, I would imagine so. Yeah. Do you have the same style of music, and are your kids like you in that energy and ball of energy and dancing?
My son is like the exact opposite of me. Like as he got older, I stopped posting him online as often because like kind of respect his privacy because he's just not me. I miss his like I've been on social media from the moment like MySpace, Nexopia, all the way through, and I've always been a content coordinator. I even had like my first job in the office was actually internet content coordinator before content creator was a label.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, yeah, like I've always been in that space. But then like my son, he's very quiet mom to himself. Like the music he listens to is very low and mellow. He's going to the Childish Gambino concert in August, But then there's my daughter, who is my carbon copy.
There
like right down to when I was a kid. Sorry. When I was a kid and I would ask people like, or someone would say like, oh, can I have a chip? I would break a chip in half and give it to them. My daughter does the same thing and nobody told her that. She just does it that way. And it's like
the little things that are similar that you would, yes, that someone
even
watching
now,
you
like we're
someone
living
watching
in
you be
my
like,
childhood home.
yeah,
And she dances on the fireplace just like I did. That's her stage, and we all got to watch the performance. Thank you. It is the most surreal moment sometimes.
Oh, that's proud moments.
So how do you end up in Canada to begin? Were you born in Canada or were you born in Jamaica?
I always laugh and I say I'm a sweet can of jam. So I am born of Canadian, but I'm of Jamaican heritage.
Okay.
So both my parents were born in Jamaica and emigrated here and met when they were in high school. And shortly after high school, they had me. So I am the first Canadian descendant of both bloodlines.
So what brought them to Canada?
Money.
Okay.
70s. It was a good time to come up here and get into oil and not oil and gas. They both moved to Kitchener at the time because there was a boom happening there and lots of construction. So my uncle, my grandma and grandpa had come up to build a life there, and when they separated, my grandma and her girlfriends took off to Alberta because they heard that was the next boom, and she was absolutely correct in the 80s.
I can't imagine the culture shock for them coming from Jamaica to Canada.
I cry every winter. I look at those beaches that are part of my heritage and I look at the snow up to here and I cry every winter.
Well, I was gonna say, do you ever go back? Have you visited like their hometown?
Not in like when growing up in the 90s, it was really cheap to fly back and forth every 2 years. And so like every second Christmas we'd go down. But as we get older, like especially flying in Canada, even just like flying from not the full length of the country, like here in Alberta, which is the second province over, all the way to Ontario, which where like the capital is, which is basically just the center of the country. That would be about $700. So going to Jamaica is a couple thousand. So sending a whole family to Jamaica.
Right.
Yeah. I am hoping to put something together to go visit my aunt in February because we've all got passports now. And either I want my aunt to come up here or bring my mom and I go back to Jamaica and just spend some time because it's been a really long time.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it works out for you. That'd be nice.
I want to go sit on a resort somewhere. Drink
So what do you do during the winter since it's snow around? Do you like snowmobiling, ice fishing?
You know what's funny? Because I'm like, in the summer, I go out hiking, I stay in the sun. I love summer activities. I love going out and just be, even now, I plan on doing this from outside because I just wanted to sit in the yard.
Yeah.
But like come winter when it's cold, find me inside with 3 different snuggies on and not moving anywhere.
Mm,
Like
That's when
I
she
am,
watches Star Wars on repeat.
yes.
heck yeah. Heck yeah. Do you like Philly cheesesteaks?
Actually, though, yes, I love them.
Okay.
Fun fact: that company, Philly cheese steak, that one that had like that big huge chain in the 2000s. There's only one left in like southern Alberta, and it's 20 minutes from my parents' house. I go there almost every week.
Well, that I only bring it up because about 30 minutes from us, there is a restaurant, privately owned. It's called Cheesesteak Rebellion, and it's a Star Wars themed restaurant that specializes in cheesesteaks.
Where are
That's
you?
We're in Wisconsin, and it's in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Okay, I gotta add that to my list.
Yes, we'll go up there, and they'll seasonal have their drinks named after characters and things like that, but they have amazing Philly cheesesteaks, and they make their homemade cheese whiz. It's a delicious.
That was
Ooh,
the
I missed-
weirdest question you've ever asked on this podcast ever. I was like, did I miss something? Is it in her bio? She loves Philly cheesesteaks. What did I miss
Well, he
here?
just wanted to know if I wanted meat in my mouth. That's all. It's just he was doing the long way around.
She's on to me. She's on to me.
They know that joke. Ladies know that joke. I thought they were,
You just thought you were smooth.
Is that where I take the lightsabers again?
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
if you want to be close, we saw Ella Hot Wheels in Wausau, Wisconsin. That's only like an hour down the highway.
That's, I'm gonna add it to the list because now that I've got everything coming together to start. Not just I'm working on getting bookings outside of the competitions for next year, so I'm like compiling my lists of like my wish clubs, my wish vacations, my wish trips, because that was kind of like the whole thing. And like, not only do I want to start traveling and doing these big shows, I want to just see the world. I haven't seen like the United States. I barely have only like seen Canada, so now I've like kind of exhausted Canada, but this is my chance to like go see the United States and really take time. So like next week when I go to Michael's Men's Club, I'm gonna be down there for a week.
Yeah.
So, where were we in Wausau?
At Lickety Split.
Yeah.
Lickety Splits.
Yeah.
So there you go. And they're not. It's all within distance to the Cheese Rebellion.
Yeah.
So
and they were just nominated one of the best small town clubs and so
I saw them on the EDI forums again.
Yeah.
I got nominated. That was
that's awesome.
It was wild.
Well, let's get into that. What are you doing in a week from now? Where are you going?
I'm gonna be in Louisiana doing my first international appearance.
Oh, nice.
At the Stripper Olympics at Michael's Men's Club. I'm so excited.
All right, say it again. At what?
At Michael's Men's Club at Stripper Olympics.
Stripper Olympics.
Yeah.
Stripper Olympics.
That's what we want to get into.
What are the Stripper Olympics?
Well, for my Canadian friends that are watching, there are 2 different Stripper Olympics. There's Stripper Olympics and Stripper Olympics. What we are discussing, all 3 of us today, is Stripper Olympics.
Okay.
So it's hosted out of Michael's Men's Club. And it's is this year 9 that they were saying?
I don't know. I didn't read that far into it. I just saw you were doing it.
Yeah, I just want to know the competition.
It's a competition. It's like, I think this is the 5th or 7th. I'm really bad with numbers, so it's been going on for a while. But it's kind of like a relay. There's 3 different sections. There'll be the floor portion, there'll be the lap dance portion, and then there'll be the pole portion. And each of us goes and performs the thing. So we'll have like 3 or 4 minutes to just go do our thing and then get off.
We're certainly thinking the exact same thing.
We're on the same page here.
How do we volunteer for the lap dance section?
I can just see you guys sitting at the front with your lightsaber.
No, I wouldn't have a lightsaber.
You would buy one just to go.
I mean, if that's the only way I'm going to get your attention, sure, I'll fucking hold a lightsaber, all right?
I'm not going to say it didn't work, because when I went to Cranbrook, someone came with their own lightsaber. So instead of fighting them with theirs, I just dual wielded them. And look, it might work. I'm just saying. I'm not going to say it's the perfect way, but it might work.
So if I pretend that's the smooth move? There we go. All right.
I was gonna say, do I put a glow stick in my pants or what's going on?
Or are you just happy to see
I
me?
practice. I'll show you my how good I am at wielding.
Yeah, wait, show us again so we make sure the camera's on you. Wait, you gotta talk first.
Wait. Oh, I've got to talk now that I'm talking. The camera can see it. Yeah, we're making sure those lightsabers are nice and ready. Oh.
Okay, thank you.
That moment goes in the Hall of Fame.
Call this bag.
Well,
Yep.
okay, so
You ask the next question.
so next week, competition. So we'll have to look into the applications to get to be volunteers. We'll look into that.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll put your name down as a reference. So other than that, the 3 competitions. So how many girls are competing? Do you know?
I think like I want to say somewhere between like 10 and 15. I
Okay.
can't remember the exact number, but there's a good amount of us.
So you
Yeah.
said they're going to be there a week. Is this all in one night or?
This is all a one night thing. I'm there a week just because this is my first ever as an adult solo trip, just as a woman getting on a plane and going somewhere. So I'm going to take some time and go in the streets, but I'm only there like the competition's the one night.
Oh, so you're only going to be at the club one night. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're not performing other places. Okay. Or other nights. Okay. And what night is that on?
July 17th
Okay. So there you go.
at Michael's Men's Club in Broussard, Louisiana.
Nice. And is there a prize?
Yeah, there is. There are cash. There's a couple cash prizes and mini titles and sashes to be won. I think it's $500. I want to say it might be more, the top prize, but there's multiple prizes to be won. So I can't remember all of it. And it's not all
Sure.
listed, but you know.
Well, I would hope it's a little bigger if you're Olympian champion.
The only reason I say I can't remember is because like I'm literally in 4 or 5 competitions between now and October. So
Holy shit.
I don't
Okay.
have a spreadsheet with all of them done up yet.
And that's
I
fine.
should.
So, but do you remember that? So what other kind of competitions are you in? That's the only one that we saw that you had posted.
Oh,
So
no.
that's
No, it's
the
on our
one that's
schedule.
coming first.
I've seen your schedule. It has more of them
Yeah.
on there.
Let me rephrase
Yeah,
that.
it's just really tiny. So there's
Yes.
Clash of the Titans. There's I'm gonna be in the Crescent City pole competition in New Orleans. I'm going to be in Stripper Olympics in Edmonton, Alberta. I'll be opening the show for Miss Nude Northern Alberta up in Edmonton, Alberta next year, just as the winner. I'll be competing in oh god, there's a showgirl showcase in October, and then there's another competition happening at the beginning of the month that I just can't quite place in my head right now. Oh no, it's Expo. It's Expo. It's not a competition, it's Expo. So I'll be at Expo as well.
I had no idea there was this
Oh.
many competitions in this world.
I didn't either.
There's even more that it's incredible because there's more that I signed up for, but for one reason or another, just didn't quite work out that I couldn't go. And even then, those are just the US competitions. I haven't even touched Europe. I haven't even looked at Australia. Haven't gone down to Puerto Rico. Don't checking out the world, baby.
As you should.
One
Just
title
go
at
live-
a time.
Yeah. Check them off.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare for your competitions? Do you think of how can I not outperform the other person, but give yourself an edge? What do you think your edge is to win these competitions?
For me, the edge is paying attention to their reaction. I can do the coolest trick in the world, but if they're not impressed by it because it looks too simple, like it may be really hard to get into, but if the final result looked so flawless and easy that they weren't unimpressed, what was the point? But if doing a drop split makes them jump off their knees, okay, let's do that.
Yeah. Play to the crowd. Play to the crowd.
Absolutely play to the crowd. And it's not always like, and I do a lot of tricks. I really do. I'm very, very, very high energy. And I move there are very seldom moments where I'm just not doing anything on stage. But when I do slow down, you want to make sure that you have their attention either way, because you can't just run around the whole time and have their attention. You'll lose them.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kind of build that story to make sure that they're coming back in. Because up here that it's kind of a thing that had to get built, because in Alberta, we have a 3-foot moat around our stage, and we tip with loonies. We can't tip with bills, but this is where the loonies come. So they throw coins at you on stage. Obviously, you can't do this while you're dancing because you will slip on the coins and fall. It hurts. So you have to like super fun and entertaining to fill that crowd and keep them sitting there for the full 16 minutes, because you have to wait till you are done dancing to sit down and ask them to play the Looney Toss game with you. So that's how I started building more stuff into my show.
Wow.
Okay, loony toss. So where are they tossing it?
Where do you want to toss it? I mean,
Well, I'm assuming
I
you're
roll up a
naked. I mean,
poster.
I can't toss it into your cleavage.
They do. I roll up a poster and I'll like hold it. Sometimes like I'll hold it down by my waist, and sometimes I'll make a cute pose. Sometimes I'll like put it between my legs. But like sometimes I'll also like play decorate the cake. So I
play that too.
Right?
Never mind.
It gets better. Decorate the cake and I just lay back. I take a water bottle and I like goose myself up good, rub it in, and I just tell them to sprinkle, because if they throw the loonies, it sticks on me. Everything's so hard. So it just sticks on me. So decorate the cake.
Oh, they do. Okay.
So in Canada, do you call it making it hail instead of making it rain?
Yeah. One time I got a standing ovation and it scared the crap out of me. There was like 4 or 5 people that came up and they were all throwing their loonies and they were so excited, but that's a little frightening because that's heavy. And it's all coming all at once, and it's holding it, but I'm thankful, but it's scary.
So they're coins. Did you ever get hit in the face and like it hurt, or?
One of my girlfriends, the guy was too drunk to bust the coin open. He couldn't do it, so he just threw the whole thing at her, and it smacked her in the leg, so she had a loony shit. Like,
I can't get over the fact that Canadians call their money loonies.
We also have toonies. Oh wait,
what?
Wait,
loonies and toonies?
I am going to show you one. I have a bag right here.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah,
I want to spend
yeah,
loonies.
Here we go.
This is as funny as Rocco Sylvester.
Here. So this is a toonie. Let's see, where's the camera?
There it is.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
so
I've seen those.
Fancy.
It's got the bear on it, and it's got the queen on the other side.
And how much is that like equivalent to?
This is a $2. Okay. This is the only silver that you're supposed to throw on stage, because if you throw silver on stage, it's a bad luck. But this is $2, so it's different. Okay. And then that's a loon.
And that's $1?
That's $1. Okay. It's got a goose.
Loon. Get it?
Loon. No. Yeah. These came first, so that's how the loony name. Loon.
Okay. That's not what they're correct. Is that what they're really is the official name, or is that like the okay?
See, so in the States, if I was to throw a coin, I would be kicked out for insulting the lady.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's hard for me to fathom.
I want to go to a Canadian strip joint.
Yeah. But I feel bad. I'm like, can you just take it? I don't want to hurt you.
It's not bad, because you take them like this and you just go, boop.
Okay.
Like throwing it into a wishing well.
It's like a carnival game.
Oh, okay. And they stick on, to your point, if they stick on your body, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, and then you like count how many points, and I've got different prizes. If you got, depending on you, like, are you going to get the keychains? You're going to get the car magnets, like, what level of prize do you want? Do you want to keep playing? Do you want to go with the bill?
Yeah. Okay, so you do have bills. You can't throw those.
Yes. Oh, always, yeah. Well,
or unless you have. Go ahead.
You kind of do, because like we still have the bill to, like, if it's different though, because our bills start at $5. So you won't get people standing there just raining dollars on you unless they're throwing loonies. The $5.
Well, you haven't been around when we go to a strip joint, because we would be $5 loonies all day long, baby.
Then maybe you should come visit. Let's do an exchange. Bring you up here and I can go down there for a little bit. We'll see what it's like.
There you go.
Wife swap, but club swap.
Wait, we're only sending him to Canada and you're going to be here. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
You can host you have Dimples. You can host the podcast.
I can be Dimples. I got it.
Perfect. Sign it up.
Perfect. Done.
Oh, wait, did I win on this thing, or I think I lost?
The nice thing about the whole co-hosting is we're never going to find a girl with a giant beard. So
I'll find one.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. I will find one for you.
That's right. I can't say that.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry. Beard.
Yes.
You never know. It's always, you never know. I always say it's 2024. Don't count on anything.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
Let me apologize to all the bearded women. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
We accept the apology.
All right. Where was
I wasn't. Never mind.
we derailed
So,
from
loonies,
loonies
fives.
and
Loonies
toonies
and
and,
toonies.
and monies and throwing and
There are places where you can interact with the girls. Like when I go to BC and Brandon and Ottawa, like Ontario, you can interact with the girls, so you can put the fives in our garters, or the money in our garters and stuff like that. So of course you have like the typical different tricks. The funniest thing is people always ask me to like pick up the coins with my body. Now I'm like
Oh.
5'6" and 100, or not the coins, the bills. Like, when they put a bill down on your face or like whatever,
oh, okay.
like if your girl picks up with her, like just squish it together and pick it up, or pick it up with her butt. I worked out too much. I can't do that. My boobs don't touch.
Oh,
They're too perky. They don't touch.
Prove
Can't do
it. Just kidding.
Don't tempt me.
there's a well, prove it.
Prove
against
it.
me.
I mean, I paid too much money to hide them. I love them. Everyone should know.
I have no.
Do you,
I have
so
no issue editing. I'm just saying.
we got the blur factor. So
They don't touch. Like, not like I can't. So like I may paid all that money and I can't even titty fuck.
All right. Okay. I hate to say this. Put them away. That's
They're gone.
what?
They're gone.
Shut the fuck up.
No. It's like you brought it up. Titty
It was
fucking. Titty fucking. Does any woman actually enjoy titty fucking?
I don't. Even before.
Well, that's 'cause they
even
don't
when
touch.
I had the real ones. I tried to be like, maybe there's something I'm missing, because like the girls in the videos are moaning so much. Yeah, no.
No,
I've always wondered. It's the most worthless act in all of sex.
It's so like, as a guy, how does it feel?
it's different. And I here's what I attribute it to. We're guys. We just want to put our penis in everything.
Okay.
So we're putting on it. We want to put it on every part of your body, and that just is a simple way to maybe get you interact with us. And yeah, you're doing it for us. 100%. You're doing it for us.
Okay, that makes sense. It makes
I'd rather,
sense.
I'd rather just slap them around. You know what I mean?
The dick or the boobs?
Yeah.
The boobs with the dick.
Okay, yeah.
Instead of
like,
titty
some
fucking,
of this.
just
So again, that is just, we're a dude and we just want to touch our dick on any part of you that we can.
Yes.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's just what we do. I mean,
Yep.
All right. So
YouTube ain't gonna like this one.
can I, before you even go any further,
Yeah.
thank you. And they're amazing.
Thank you. Oh, and leave that for Patreon if you want.
We need, yeah.
Well,
We'll have to we'll have to create a Patreon site just for this episode.
well, but until that happens, you have an OnlyFans site.
I do have an OnlyFans. We
So
can put it on
let's-
OnlyFans.
Well,
That's true. We have an OnlyFans account.
Whoa,
We just followed
Yo!
each other today on OnlyFans.
that would be a good idea.
You didn't know we had an OnlyFans? Yeah, we have an OnlyFans. I wanted a presence out there in case we talk to they're like, oh, they have an OnlyFans page. So I just created one quickly with our logo. Anyway,
I'm going to start posting shit. So,
well, she made a good point. We have a clip for our OnlyFans page.
But you know what? It doesn't have to, like, the OnlyFans was the one that started the ads. It doesn't have to be that stuff,
Right.
which is true. There's many that don't.
Right.
But let's quick talk about OnlyFans and direct people to go where what is, because if I've known anything about OnlyFans, and it's for research reasons, it's not always like the name. Sometimes it's got some. So what should they punch in the search to find you on OnlyFans?
I am super lucky, and across all social medias, I'm only known as Bree Vybes. So I'm super lucky that way.
You did
One
create
word.
yourself. You created
Yes.
yourself a brand that was untouchable. There was, yeah. Although when you Google Bree Vybes, you get Bree Vybes with an I and shit comes up. So we need to get it so you're the top one.
Maybe I need to work on my SEO. I got to talk to my girlfriend. I'm gonna work on that. I never thought about Googling myself.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You know, you know what SEO is?
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't do business. He's the entertainer of the group. He doesn't do business.
I don't. So
So
we
obviously
don't-
you're the internet guy.
Yeah.
He is.
He's the pretty face.
So,
We see it.
so how long have you had the OnlyFans?
I started it in 2020.
Oh, okay. So it has been.
I've gone through many phases of not posting on it. So when you go there, don't get too excited, but get curious because there are variety. I'm a creative person and I don't like doing that kind of stuff. Like it's just not for me. Partner content doesn't exist on there. It's all solo content. I found a groove lately of some stuff that I've gotten into, but like the first few videos, there were definitely some singing in the showers. There was definitely some testing out some because some of my acts have like song and dance to go with it.
Mhm.
So some of the instances I recorded that, put up on my OnlyFans to see how people reacted to it before I tried it on stage. So when you go through my OnlyFans, it's a journey, but
Okay.
it's fun. It's funny. It's comedy.
And fun. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And I will say, as I went on there today,
Yep.
and you do have a free subscription with then pay-per-view
Mhm.
merchandise, but you do have some free stuff out there, and you do practice your pole dancing in the nude. I found that out today.
Yes, I do.
So,
Yes,
And
and
I-
I
and I-
look. I still post that stuff. There's some stuff that I'm posting now that is locked. But now that you're mentioning, I forgot that I had the two different videos. I'm gonna unlock a couple more videos today just because you mentioned that are more of me pole dancing.
Nice.
So I just got to
Yeah.
remember not to look at it at work. So that's a lesson learned on me.
That's why you bring one of these into work.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
looked
get
at
two.
I looked at it at work.
See, you're definitely the technology guy. You're ready.
What you do is you go off
Not at the
Wi-Fi, so
meeting.
you're not on their system.
Thanks.
And you use your own data.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know you look at porn when you're shitting at work. I hope you're turning the Wi-Fi off.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope you're
Okay.
using private mode.
Right. VPN.
Incognito and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
I was looking on porn in the shitter at work before you guys even started a job.
You're close enough to retirement. You're fine. You only got to make it like 5 more years.
Almost there.
So you can't beat the price, but you want the good stuff. You got to unlock it. Go check her out on OnlyFans, and
Oh,
it's fun. It's
the
just
stuff you can
you're
see
funny.
without is good stuff. It's good stuff. But you do, yes, it makes you curious. You do enough of selling that it makes you curious to want to see what's under the hood.
There it is.
So
It's
I'm glad the balance is working then.
yeah.
But yeah, for just because everyone from here today, maybe I'll find a way to like do a little cute little promo code, and you guys from the listeners of this video can I'll make a dimples a code or something, and you guys will get a video. I'll figure out a way.
That'd
Oh,
be cool.
all right.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate that.
Be
Our
awesome.
fans would too. Yeah.
And you'll have some, you don't worry about like doing something right away. Well, you got a couple weeks before this will come out. So get yourself to the Olympics and perform and do your thing.
Yes.
And win, because you've got some people cheering for you back in Wisconsin.
I'm hoping. Well, it's like this is the thing. I have 2 titles, but I never went for titles. The only thing I've ever wanted to compete was because I work out so much. I just thought I would get one of the sashes, hopefully best bod. But that's like the one thing that never happens.
Really?
So
Oh,
maybe this time.
there's always next time, and you'll get there. And because how can they not? I mean, I can't imagine the other bodies because looking
Have
at
you
your
seen-
body.
Well, last competition had Rachel Rampage.
You know her?
She's incredible.
She has
Look her
nothing.
up.
Yep,
Look
she's
her up.
incredible, but nothing on you.
I'm gonna look her up.
Just saying.
Thank you though. That's a massive compliment because like
Yes.
Lil on me.
Well, you know what? Okay, go back. So yeah, it's the body, but really it's the attitude as well, right? I mean, it's the whole package. You have not, since you've come on our podcast, not stopped smiling. So that's your personality, and that right there is a selling point, and it just draws people in. It's drawn me in.
Oh, thank you.
And so it's just and then
Yeah.
your body, and then of course showing your boobs has just made me.
Are you in love?
Do you want to do it
Kinda.
again?
Are you in love?
Do I do it again?
Yes, please.
Wait, talk.
I can lick this one.
Yes, please.
Oh wait, so talk first. Hey, look, wait.
This is
She's a
not
woman of many talents.
not the greatest episode ever.
We've only
Gonna get banned off YouTube.
we've only seen boobs on one episode so far. You are only the second.
Well, there was that one that wasn't intentional, but
Oh, yeah.
it came out.
Three. Okay.
No, but yeah, then there's me. Constant. Sorry,
Oh.
not sorry.
Look, my editing skills have improved enough that I know how to use the blur. You could do the whole
Yeah.
episode with your tits out if you want. I'm fine.
You should have told me that. I would have done that. I
Okay,
came
well-
dressed. I look all cute and decent today. If I wanted to be fancy, I could have put on my new fancy hat. Ooh.
Oh,
That
look at
back up.
that.
Okay, so is that part of a routine coming up?
I do a lot of pinup. So when I do the award shows, I wear pinup. So I'm taking this to my seamstress to decorate for Louisiana. And that'll be
Okay.
part of my next award show outfit.
Well, I have seen on Instagram that you do a lot of for photo shoots. So are you modeling as well, or is that for your like upcoming shows?
It's a bit of both, because in Canada we sell a lot of promo. So one of the things that like I'm always really, really focused on is like having new posters, magnets, merch. It's always been posters and magnets and lighters. At one point I had this like set called The Series, where it was just like me as a stormtrooper, me as like my Spider-Man outfit, and me with like the Kylo Ren. I had 5 different feature costumes, and they were all cosplays. So I did posters of that. But like I go through different phases. Like even I think it's the photography is really just becoming an expression of myself. It's just becoming a thing I can do for the things that can't go on stage. I at least can express them in that way, because I had a photo shoot Sunday. I had a photo shoot yesterday, actually today, because of everything. And then over the next like 3 weeks, I have 5 more. So
Wow.
like all ties in together.
Have you thought about putting a calendar together with all your different characters?
I'm thinking this year I might
That would
like
be
for like this January, like I'd
Right.
come out with one. Calendars though, I am in Ella's calendar. She has a calendar called Boudoir with a bunch of like girls doing like kind of photography, but it's all outtakes, so like shots of them making funny faces. And so I have
Oh.
one where I'm in my Spider-Man costume, but I'm doing this and I'm crossing my eyes, and I'm October.
okay.
I didn't know
It's
she.
October.
I know she had a calendar. I didn't know it was of other people.
All I know is
Yeah.
if you do make a 2025 calendar, you've already sold one.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Well, I'll buy one. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll buy
Wherever the
3.
sales,
I might-
you don't have to.
I might buy a bunch and give them out for Christmas.
There you go. You know enough Star Wars nerds.
Now it's a thing. Now you just made it a thing.
So I did notice, because we got some magnets from Ella, and you mentioned magnets. Are magnets more popular in Canada than they are in the United States? Because I've never seen. I thought it was different when I saw Ella handing out magnets, and I thought, oh, well, that's different. But is that a thing up there?
There are people whose entire fridges are covered with magnets. Every inch of their fridge has magnets from different girls that they've collected. And
Okay.
it's a very common, like for people who go like regular to the clubs, even us as girls, we collect each other's magnets and we put them out and display them. And yeah, like the magnets and the merch are a very big part of it up here. And for me, it's to bust it out for any girl who's listening, like it is absolutely worth it, because like I know girls always try to tell me about the breakdown and how many pennies they paid for that poster. But when I get photos from people that have been visiting for 3 or 4 years and they've got entire walls with like different episodes and series and things like that of mine. I had one guy last week when I went to Cranbrook for Canada Day, just to make sure that the bar was busy, even though it was all a long weekend. I had a whole series of stuff that came out that day, and I had a guy show up that day and paid me whatever I wanted for the whole set, so you can have one of everything. There was 15 photos and 15 magnets.
Oh,
And he paid me like 150 for that.
wow. I mean, that would have been,
Was his name Kevin?
It could be.
that might have been me, but you didn't know I traveled, did you?
Because I'm pretty sure he just bought
Close
a
to the
plane
border.
ticket.
It is-
I'm pretty sure he just bought a plane ticket to Louisiana as he was doing this.
I just kept sitting on the side.
And he'll be there with a suitcase for your merchandise.
I
love-
see you.
I've never seen
I like
Look,
merch. I like
could-
merch.
we're big Dave Matthews fans, and one time we're at a Dave Matthews show, and we're on our way in, and we hear that there's a merch stand outside of the venue at the show, and we like to collect the posters. They do different posters at different shows, and he
Yeah.
could have beat Usain Bolt in a race that day to get the poster. I'm like, bye, get me one.
I'm that guy. I'm like, I'll send you money. I know you're gonna go, so here's the cash. Go buy what you need. You know my size.
So yeah, anything you have to put on sale, just make sure he's at the show.
And keychains, I see. Or that right?
It's brand new. They just came in yesterday. So
Okay.
I've also got car fresheners, and I've been
Oh.
spraying them with my scent because I wear a specific perfume. So I had now they're I actually posted on Instagram. I was stuffing them, and then I was smoking a joint and throwing it in, and I'm like, yeah, now it really smells like me. I'm not actually doing that, but if you want me to, I could.
Well, we want the true set. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So you partake. So well, let me get if somebody that can't make it to one of your shows, they can buy your merch on your website or on a link.
Basically DM me. That's how I'm just setting it up right now, is just send me a quick DM either on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram preferred, just because it's easier to do like the business stuff over on Instagram than it is on Facebook. Facebook is the
Sure.
Wild West of spam. That inbox is destroyed. So if you need to actually get a hold of me, please message me on Instagram. But it's by DM. The lady I work with does drop shipping. She actually has like we've got tape measures, we've got fishing lures, we've got mugs, posters, like hot and cool cozies. We're working on a sweater. I just did a photo shoot of me in the Kylo outfit holding the saber, and she wants to do a glowing strip up instead of the lightsaber, like replace that with a glowing strip that
Okay.
goes to the side, make that a hoodie. But it's this heat of summer. We'll come out with that in the fall. So
Okay.
yeah, DM me. She's a drop shipper. Whatever you want, she can put whatever picture you want on whatever item you want and send to your house directly.
Wow.
Yeah.
There goes the business account.
Well,
I take it. Hey, I have e-transfer.
I have a question now
coffee
about
mug, go.
Yeah.
about the perfume. Is the perfume top secret? Do you admit what you wear, or because
Yeah.
you ladies always smell so fucking good?
Because this one, it's funny because like everybody recognizes it. It's Mugler Alien. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
purple. Yeah. A lot
That's a
of
good one.
people, it's classic. Yeah. And it smells, it's one of those ones on me. It does that thing, that pH thing where it's just like I cannall wear anything else.
So it just works with you.
that's- Yeah.
And
that's
then
my-
mixed. Do you I'll explain in a minute. Before you go on stage, do you hooch it up?
that part? No.
No.
No, the thing is on stage, you can't even smell from there. So no, I wouldn't. It's when I go for dances.
Then no. So all right. Have you ever heard the term hooch it up?
No.
Smoke weed. That's a term for smoking weed.
Oh, okay. No. I'm
What did
Jamaican,
you
so we
think I
use
meant?
spray my coochie with perfume. I don't know. Like what? Huh?
You didn't even like bat. You didn't even bat an eye. Like, what? Why would you ask me that? You pervert.
Because the word hooch sounds like spray. It means a different thing in Canada.
No, it doesn't. It means the exact same thing. He's the only person who thinks hooch it up means weed. The only
Thank
person.
you.
I'm trying to find someone to come to my side.
Do you
Anybody-
smoke? Do you guys smoke?
I do. He does. The first time he ever smoked was with Willie Nelson's granddaughter in her van.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yes, we were lucky enough to be at her show. We had her on the podcast. We got to hang out with her backstage. We're in the van and they're passing the joint around, and it got to him.
I said, I can't pass this up, can I?
You can't miss that. I'm sorry, but that's one of those smoke sessions you have to go down for.
And then I couldn't speak for an hour.
I mean, he thought he was speaking. His mouth was
Oh.
moving, but there was nothing coming out. And
you were good. You got cooked.
I tried so desperately to get him to go hit on ladies because he thought he was talking, but nothing was coming out, but he wouldn't go do it.
Man, I would have paid money to see that.
No, he would have too. Yeah, I just was like,
Yeah.
I don't think my feet could have moved, but yeah, I was cooked.
Oh, no, your feet were moving.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. Your feet were
You're just
moving
your
too
voice.
fast.
See, the nice thing about Canada is like we're legal everywhere.
Oh,
It's fully legal
God.
recreational across the whole country.
Oh
So
wow.
like I can get my is it okay to show it on YouTube?
Absolutely.
Who cares?
Government weed. There's my government weed. And
Okay.
it comes in a little, the top came off, but it's like it has a flip top container. So I can just get them pre-rolls,
Nice.
just like cigarettes. And that's my
Nice.
government weed. I buy them in packs of 10, just like cigarettes.
Wow. And how many
Wow.
how many grams of weed are in one of those? Is it are they like 1 gram?
These are 0.7s. I think there's
Okay.
like a week. This is like I'd say this is about a day's worth for most
Okay.
people. Like
Okay.
for a typical smoker, this is about a day's worth of weed.
Whew.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do
That's more than a day's worth for me. I'm a smoker, but not that much.
I mean, like I should say in my circle. When I say typical, in my circle,
Yeah.
I smoke the least in my circle.
Yeah.
So do you smoke before you perform or after you perform?
It depends on the show
Okay.
because they're shows like Golden Girls are so high energy. Like on the Golden Girls show, I'm actually like jumping on the walker, I'm twerking on the walker, I'm launching myself from the walker on the pole and back to the ground again, and then other things. And with that, I can't be high because I can't trip or fall, and I need to have my full lung capacity to function through that whole show. But then there's other ones where it's like I have a weed show. I don't feel right doing that sober.
Okay.
That makes
You know?
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So is your weed show in slow motion?
Well, kind of, because like the songs are real chill. It's like it starts off. Do you remember that time that Snoop Dogg went to Jamaica and got so high that he forgot who he was and he became Snoop Lion? That's the song that the set starts with.
We saw him live as Snoop Lion.
Yes.
He opened for Dave Matthews as Snoop Lion.
In Colorado.
Okay. And how was that? Now I have to ask because that was my favorite Snoop phase of all phases.
It was interesting. They still did Snoop Lion still did enough of the Snoop Dogg hits to keep people, but it was a different feel. It was it was a different feel.
Yeah. That was a phase. Even as a Jamaican, I still look at that and laugh. I'm like, oh boy.
I didn't think it was possible for Snoop Dogg to smoke enough to get him. So I just assumed he could smoke as much as there was. But Willie,
for me, that was the moment where it was like Jamaican weed is officially the best weed in the world because look what they just did.
Look what they did to him.
that makes me want we go to Belize every January and I'm wondering now because we did smoke the weed down there the first
You
year we
did,
were there.
You did.
That's right. Because
But how was it though? 'Cause it's different everywhere, right?
Well, me and my wife, we would just light it in the morning and we would take like 1 or 2 hits off of it, and it lasted us like the whole 6 days we were there. And it was
That's
great.
fair.
Yeah, you'd get a nice buzz in the morning and it was perfect. So yeah, I forgot we had that.
But you don't know what it was. So as you could talk to someone about it, you could
No idea.
brew stuff.
No idea.
It was found in an airport bathroom wall or floor. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Just smoke it.
Yeah, nobody else was willing to smoke it. Me and my wife were like, we'll smoke it. That's fine.
So like you just found this and you smoked it?
Yeah.
I mean, like
somebody dropped it.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that because like I will stash weed. Like if I'm smoking a joint somewhere and it's like I only want to smoke half, I'll put it out and I'll put it somewhere so like someone has a good day. You find it, go ahead. Have fun,
Oh,
you know?
okay. Yep.
Yeah. It's the country's legal. Why not? It's like cigarettes. Same rules.
That just brings us back to what I said. You're just spreading joy.
Yeah.
In more ways than getting naked. You're spreading joy, getting someone high when they're not expecting
I'm spreading
it.
joy and my legs.
Are you saying she I'm gonna say, are you saying she named her pussy Joy?
I should. Would you like to see some joy?
Yeah.
Oh, would you like to see my prick?
What?
Yes.
Would you like to see my prick?
Absolutely.
So, can you see it?
Oh.
My cactus. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Did you lose a bet or something, or did you do that one on purpose?
Or when you're smoking weed.
I get distracted and very impulsive. So I was steering in the bowl at a tattoo shop and don't do that. Usually you just stay away from them. But if you start touching things, they start talking to you. And I told her all my tattoos are plants. Everything I have on me is plants. Like this is a memorial to my grandma. I have my favorite plant ever. And then this one is a BoJack Horseman tattoo, but they're all plants. So if I was gonna get another tattoo, it'd have to be a plant. So when she pulls it out, I was like, oh, a little prick. Oh, shit. And then just immediately jumped on the table.
Done.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
I love it.
So what's the fascination with plants?
Huh?
If they're all plants, what's the fascination with? They're not all
Oh,
weed plants.
I used to collect plants. So my family loves plants. I wish I could show you like the big garden that's here in my grandma's garden, but we're all moving, so there's a lot going on right now. But we've always loved plants. I've always like had gardens. My father grew a lot of weed plants, and my mom and grandma, we all just grew. So when I finally started growing myself in 2020, I quickly went from like 4 or 5 plants to 300.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of
Okay.
plants.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't keep one alive.
Yeah.
I had a whole wall. It was like they lined every corner of my apartment. I had like my apartment felt lush. Like you'd come in the summer and the sun would come through and it would just like warm the air. You could smell the dirt. It was beautiful. I loved it. But when I had a small moment where I lived with someone who didn't like having all of that around, so I thought I could reduce and give away and give away and give away. And the truth is with the amount of traveling I do to be a showgirl, I can't have pets right now. I can't have plants right now. This is what I'm doing right now. Someday I'll get back to it, but this is what I'm doing right now. So these are the plants I carry.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That works out. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You and my wife would get along very well.
Probably. Does she like rare plants?
She loves plants. She has plants everywhere. I don't know what the fuck they are. I just know she has them everywhere. And I mean, I love it. It's nice, but I don't have any idea what any of them are.
Or take care of any.
Yeah.
No. She does.
No,
She knows
perfect.
better. Like, no.
Yeah. No. When you have that many, they all have specific instructions and different dates. And
Yeah.
Did you used to talk to them?
well, there's studies that show that it makes them grow better. So I
Right.
play
That's
the
why.
music. Yeah. And I play the music too. I always play music in the house, but yeah.
No.
What's your go-to artist if you want to?
Doja Cat.
Okay.
Doja Cat. Absolutely. Hands down. I love her. Before Doja Cat, it was Beyonce. But definitely Doja. If you were asked what style of music do I listen to, it's all of it. I do a lot of EDM on stage right now, but in my car, it could be like System of a Down. It could be freaking, it could Doja. It could be, I don't know. It's everything.
Yeah.
Because not everything I like to listen to can be played on stage. So there is a separation there. But I do listen to everything. Like there are days where I just sit and listen to country. I had an entire black country playlist long before Beyonce came out with her album. Like I just like music.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And you'll find that with us. We're both interchange and introducing different bands. I have a slight country thing, and he just won't get into it. But
What's your country?
George Strait.
Oh, okay.
I do like Chris Stapleton. So
See, and
Yeah.
I could listen to George Strait all day long, and that's about it.
For me, that's Tanner Adele right now.
Yeah.
Tanner Adele. I found her before Beyonce put her on the album, and like about a year before, and she is going to be a star. That girl, she's got such an energy about her and all of the music that she comes out with. But it's so very like if you never looked at her, you would never know. It's just you don't know that it's country until you look at her, because then you're like, oh, this totally screams Buckle Bunny. But
Buckle.
What? Yes, that's a thing.
Buckle Bunny.
Also, Buckle Bunny.
Buckle Bunny.
Alberta thinks.
I like it.
It's almost as good as Chuckle Fuckers.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, we talked to enough comedians that that term comes up quite a bit, Chuckle Fuckers. So yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
So what are the guys that chase down strippers called?
Kevin.
Stripper Slayers.
What?
Stripper Slayers.
Stripper Slayers. All right.
All right.
Huh.
So
So have you ever dated a customer?
I have.
Yeah. Is it a
And now
rare
I have
thing?
boobs.
I'm and now you have boobs?
We lived together for a while. We were together for like a year and a half. It was great until it wasn't. But we got basically right after we got the surgeries when we broke up. It wasn't because of, but it is the joke that I go with because why not?
He's like, "You, I don't like you anymore. You got boobs."
Well, he wanted me to stay home after I got the boobs. He wanted me to stay home and he thought I was going
Oh.
to tour less.
Oh,
No.
so he's not real smart then. I mean,
It just didn't work out. Once we had gotten to that point, my career was going this way and he thought I was just going to stay home and hang out. So that's why we broke up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
Makes sense.
you got the booze for him and not for show.
I think he really thought that.
Really?
I honestly, I made the money.
Yeah.
I paid for it myself.
Yeah.
Like he did contribute, but that was just so that I had more savings while I was off. But those are mine. This is my body. No boundaries. Boundaries. Girls have boundaries.
Yep. And well, I'm glad you didn't listen to him and stay home.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like watching you fumble.
I'm a fumbler.
Didn't even know what to say. It's like, are you gonna ask next if I like date people I work with?
I think what he wants to say is, I like you.
Yes, I'm single. I'm single as the day is long, and I like it that way.
Hey, Yoko, calm down. We don't need the podcast broken.
And I like it that way. Single.
Perfect.
You know, there's something for that, and I'm with you.
Yeah. Especially with everything that's going on right now and the amount that I travel and going to be traveling with the next year. And I'm just, I've got a family to take care of at home. I don't really have time for give morning texts. Last person I got to got to that good morning phase with, I kind of blocked them.
They sent you good morning and you said blocked.
Done.
Nope.
I told you no good mornings.
I don't need to tell you what I'm doing this morning. I rubbed the crust out of my eyes and I got out of bed. I don't need to tell you what I did this morning. Leave me alone.
No, you ate breakfast and went to work. What do I need to know? Tell me when something happens. Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm so much. Sorry.
That's your match.
Nope. You're good. You're good. That's the way it should be. Hey, what?
Yes, I blush.
So, I have one request before we let her give the thing. What?
You're not going to ask again, are you?
No.
I was going to say.
All right.
No.
We can do that after. Just do it after.
Okay. We'll do it after.
We'll do it after.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see more of the little prick canvas.
Oh, what?
Oh. You just wanted to see more of the area where the little prick resides.
There
you just
you
wanted
go.
to stand up again?
That's all I'm saying. Is that a bad thing?
It's not.
I mean, if I'm really careful.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't know if I could do it, but if I'm really careful, pretty sure I can like twerk. Like I'm just down on my knees. Oh, see, I'm wearing skirts, so you can't really.
I mean,
It'll work for now.
We're applauding quietly because we don't want the camera to come back to us. Don't think we're not appreciating.
Yeah. See, we're all working together.
100%.
Yay!
It's not usual that we're this quiet, so
I feel like we're making it awkward. We're being dead silent as she's like,
I wanna hoot and holler and stuff, but yeah, I'm like, nope. Anyways, there you go. Where
I don't know where to go. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it has.
It has been a tribute to you, and thank you so much for being so free and fun.
I hope that someday your travels take you to our fine state so that we can the nice thing about Ella Hot Wheels is she puts on enough of a show that I convinced my wife that we're not going to the strip joint to see Naked Girl. We're going to see the show. And she came along and enjoyed the show. So now you put on enough of a show, I can use the same excuse. So
what I tell everybody? Just tell them that you're going to see the lightsabers.
Yeah.
She knows I'm not going to see the light.
Well, so now you start talking Star Wars talk.
No, we're good. Ella Hot Wheels is a lifesaver. She cleared everything.
Yeah.
It's now I
She
can be
did.
like, it's like Ella Hot Wheels. We're going for the show, and she'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
So
Now I gotta thank Ella for that, because yeah, she puts on that top tier. I remember the first time we worked together a year and a half ago in Grand Prairie, and I remember the first time I saw her Ranger show, my mind between the Ranger show and the Zelda show, I could not stop laughing. Like, it was just one thing after another. I could not stop laughing. I'm not
Right.
going to give away her secrets, but like, I see things like that, and it's like, oh, I love us showgirls. I love us showgirls so much.
yeah, I was gonna say we saw the Ranger show. We didn't see the Zelda show.
No, but quite a few. And then obviously the skating
Yeah,
was,
the roller skating
was amazing. And she
Yes.
did put on
Yeah.
it was probably one of the biggest production shows I've seen going just to a normal strip joint.
Oh, for sure. For me. Yeah.
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah.
And it was so appreciated, and it was so much fun. And it was not to his wife, it wasn't just that was fun. It was wow, that was a really cool show, and I really enjoyed it. So I mean, and she was genuine about it.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So before we go,
I hope to bring that. I hope to bring that down and get to share that with all the clubs too.
Well, and I know he mentioned coming to Wisconsin. It's a big state. We would travel there, but the surrounding states we've traveled for Minnesota, Chicago.
Forget about that, because you don't have like to drive across a province for us is like 4 hours this way, probably 12 the other. So I always forget how you could literally just get in your car, be in the next state like a couple hours later. Like that's an adjustment for me. That's gonna be wild.
Yeah. And so we would travel states to come see your act.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna have to put your guys' pin on a map to make sure if I'm anywhere nearby, I'll let you guys know, because whether it's you come to me or I come to you, we definitely have to probably you guys come to me so we have more fun stuff to see, but definitely, because I mean, like, if I come to you, we get to go eat.
Yeah. Well,
that's true.
Either way we go, we get to do this in person. Hopefully, we do a podcast together. But before we go, I want to say today you were nominated for International Entertainer of the Year.
Yes.
So what is that about?
So there's a website and publication, the Entertainment Dancer Expo. The ED Publications is just basically about the features. It's about getting the features in your club, because the idea isn't just about these girls make a bunch of money. They are there, like how you talked about Ella and that experience that you have with your wife, and now how she's more sold on coming to the club. They are there, like ED is about promoting the features and their experience and our ability to bring that kind of experience to your customers. So you want to be grabbing the showgirl directory that comes out that I'm on the cover of this month. Oh my gosh. You want to grab that showgirl directory. You want to look it up and really see who's in your area, who's coming soon, and who can I bring in that has like a really cool act that might be able to elevate this next event that I'm doing. Might be able to elevate this. I know, like, it's a long weekend and there might not be going on, but not a lot going on. But if we bring in this girl, well, maybe people will stay back or to like buy tickets to see. So it's just it's about, for me, it's about the clubs. We're there to bring them in and put on the show and help build the industry, and that's what ED is like Publications and Expo is about. It's about celebrating those girls who are focusing on that and giving them a place to, like, there's a competition circuit that goes with it, as well as the online voting. Because what we do when we go to the expo in Dallas this year, we're going to be getting our awards and really kind of celebrating the year that we had as showgirls before we started to our next. And then at the end of that whole thing, the 4 top girls are going to be fighting it out for the top title of EDI at theirs, because there's East and West competitions, and then there's semifinals, and it kind of goes up from there. So the finals will be that week as well. So August in Dallas is going to be quite a celebratory week for us girls.
Awesome. That's cool.
Well,
be a fun event to be at.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Yeah.
And you said I've never you've said about so many times, and I've never heard it so sexy as when you said it 12 times there. But about
Can I also talk about my wrist? Sorry.
I don't know what's happening. I really don't know what's up right now.
But yes, the ED publications will be good. We're gonna be I'm up for that nominations. This is my first year like kind of going international. Like winning Miss Nude Canada was like winning Miss Nude Northern was my second competition. Stripper Limbs was my first competition in September. The second competition I won a title, and then the third competition I ever did, I won Miss Nude Canada title, which was way bigger than I ever expected. So to be able to do that and follow that up with being able to enter into this ED publication circuit where we get to celebrate all of us showgirls is just really I'm so thankful to be welcomed in, not just by the industry, but by like the girls and the customers alike. So it just feels like the start of something new, and I'm very, very thankful to be included in this year.
Is there betting lines somewhere on the Stripper Olympics? Because based on your
Yeah.
record, I think I want to like just cash out my life savings and put it on you to win. Seems like a sure
Well,
thing.
let's see what happens in Louisiana first. Let's see what happens.
You can bet on anything.
You can bet on it. Awesome.
You can bet on anything.
That's
Or maybe
true.
we should set up that Patreon thing and you can handle it. I'm kidding. I feel like that's terrible.
Yeah, no, he's gonna have to do that. I'm too busy.
Well, wow. If I thought we were gonna have this much fun tonight, I did not think, but appreciate you coming on and had such a great time.
Thank you so much. I look forward to meeting you guys in person and seeing you again.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. So tell them where to find you. Where's the best place to track you down for your show dates and all that stuff?
You'll find my show dates pinned at the top of whatever page you want to go look at. I am Bree Vybes across all socials. Vibes with a Y, VYBES. But yeah, the only thing I don't have is Twitter, so come find me.
Awesome. Thank
Or
you very
X,
much.
sorry.
X, yeah, whatever. Whatever they're calling it these days. They'll change the name again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you
such
very
a
much.
pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.